And we're live. Welcome to the recap of week 6 of the NFL season. We made picks for week 6, and we finna go over the recap. Check and see how we did this week. As always, I am your host, Lamar Sorrell, and my crew, I have Jesse, sometime. Well, he changed that middle name every time. And then, like always, I got my partner in crime all the time, fresh from the So Real Sports Podcast, Reggie Walker. What's going on, y'all?
Sometiming. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
It'll be dead on next week. And they're right, Jesse.
We're gonna try. It's an ebb and flow. It's an ebb and flow. So we should reach the peak next week, and we'll hit another valley the week after.
Just a little valley. It ain't like it's a plummet.
No, it ain't a plummet. We still winning. It's just stuff's happening not supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm. Well, we finna go over all that stuff that shouldn't have happened right now. So let's get started. First game, Thursday night football. We had the Buccaneers versus the Eagles. In that game, I think everybody picked the Buccaneers easily, right?
Right.
Buccaneers barely pulled it off. They won by the score of 28-22. Jesse, how you feel about this game?
I ain't gonna lie. First game of the week had me questioning what I was thinking for a second. Then the defense realized, all I got to do is stop Jalen Hurts. Just get to Jalen Hurts. That's it. 11-on-1. Tom didn't do what I expected Tom to do in that secondary, but he still got his W. So I'm not mad, but I did get a little nervous. I questioned how much faith I could have in that Buccaneers defense. Now, we already knew the secondary was banged up, but they got ran on too. So I don't know.
Hey, Reggie, what you feel? How you feel?
Pretty much the same. I feel like Tom should have stepped his game up, even though he did have a 297-yard game. 38 of 42 is not bad. It's damn near perfect. So, but he threw an interception. So, I mean, that's what holds your numbers back. I did like what Jalen Hurts did. I mean, you gotta stop him. If you stop him, then you stop a lot of shit. But other than that, I was confused on why they let Zach Ertz go. He got a touchdown in that game. He hadn't been doing anything all season, but I mean, he have a decent game, and next thing you know, turn around and let him go.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's just something that stood out to me. And then you give him up to the Cardinals with Kyler Murray. I mean,
it's got me questioning what's going on in that front office, what's going on in that locker room.
Yeah,
like why? I mean, he had to be unhappy of some sort and have a legitimate reason to go or want to go. He had to want to go.
That's true. I can't say too much about this game. Expected to win. The win actually happened. That's pretty much what matters. So let's go over the records. Jesse 1-0. Reggie 1-0. I'm 1-0. That's easy. Let's go to the London game. We got the Miami Dolphins taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And in this game, we all picked Jacksonville to finally get their first win of the season. Did it happen? Yes, it did. Jaguars beat the Dolphins 23-20. Jesse, did you like Urban Meyer finally getting that win? even though it happened in London.
I'm not the Ohio State guy that you are. I don't really care for Urban Meyer, honestly. But I'm happy. I'm happy for Robinson, and I am happy for
Lawrence.
yeah, Trevor. I'm happy for Trevor. Like
I
I
thought you were about to
watched
say
him
Dan Arnold.
lose and lose and lose, and he came out of Clemson. He's not used to that losing stuff. Like I watched him cry tears and like, what am I doing wrong? Type situation after game. Guys trying to be like, man, it gets better, it gets better. Well, guess what? You reached the precipice. You got a W. It was not an easy W. I thought it would be. Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought Tua was going to take it from him. To be honest with you, there for a minute, but he wasn't able to convert, and Trevor got his W finally.
Yeah,
Not a whole lot to talk about or brag about on this one. Guys are sitting around 50%. They got like one touchdown. Not a lot. Not a lot to brag about. It was a game in London. We'll say that.
That's true. Reggie, you got anything to add?
I just want to shout out, even though they lost, shout out that Alabama duo, Tua and Jalen Waddle, for their connections. That kept it interesting. I know, when healthy, those two, they know each other. They gonna look for each other. So it just didn't happen in this game. And the only reason it didn't happen is because of two 50-yard field goals. That's the reason why it did not happen. Other than that, I can't really add nothing else. Just amazing kickers in that one.
Yeah.
I'm mad too. I'm mad about that situation because I had Waddle sitting on my bench.
Dang, you actually got a kicker on your bench?
You say Waddle, didn't you?
Oh, you
Yeah,
said
Jalen Waddle. I had him on the bench.
right. I think you said it right. I was like, damn, you got the Jacksonville Jaguar kicker just sitting there.
That's all they do.
Right. Why wouldn't you have him start?
No.
All right. Give a recap. Jesse 2-0, Reggie 2-0, I'm 2-0, obviously. Now let's move on where we can get something different. We got the Green Bay Packers taking on Jesse Chicago Bears. Now, obviously, Jesse made a mistake last week by not picking his team. So he decided to pick them this week. Me and Reggie said, nah, we just going to stick with the Packers. And yeah, the Packers won 24-14. So Jesse, defend your team.
We were strong. We were strong through the first three quarters. Unfortunately, a rookie quarterback, rookie running back, top five defense was just not enough to overcome Aaron Rodgers. And if either of y'all say he owns the Bears, I'm going to be mad as shit. No, he does not own the Bears. We question that ownership from time to time, but we know it's not him. We got a rookie quarterback, y'all. We got a rookie running back. We're dealing with running back woes. I picked him because I will not pick against my team again. Doesn't matter the matchup. Doesn't matter the situation. I made that statement last week, and I will stand by it. I will tote that L every week until forever, if it be. But now, my mind, my betting side said, you got to bet the Packers, but my heart said you got to play with the Bears. So that's what I did. And there's always a chance. And we looked like we had a chance, especially going into the half. I was like, we might got a shot at this. It could happen. My defense is looking good. We're getting after Aaron. And unfortunately, Aaron's got this guy on his team named Devontae Adams that didn't come alive till around the middle of the third quarter, and then he was an issue the rest of the game.
Yeah, I really ain't got much to add. I picked the Packers easily.
Was it easy though, Reggie?
It wasn't easy. It looked easy, but if you look at the score. But yeah, you right. Y'all, the Bears held their own. Packers, yeah, y'all went in halftime, 7-10. With that, down 7-10. And then you got Aaron Rodgers in the third, with another passing touchdown. And then you got him running for one in the fourth. So, I mean, there's always a guy on defense who should always have that eye on the quarterback, and that guy did not have his eye on the quarterback. That's how he was able to get in there. I'm personally not gonna say that the Packers own the Bears, but it looked like Lamar had something to say when you said that. So I'm gonna go ahead and let him have the floor.
Yeah. Okay. So, I tried to
go ahead, Lamar. Try.
I tried to Google.
I know where you stay at now.
I'm trying to Google Aaron Rodgers on the Bears, and once I did that,
his record is immaculate, okay, but he don't own the Bears.
It says Rodgers has owned the Bears over the years with a 22-5 record.
Whoever wrote that,
where he broke
kicked out of journalism.
I'm just reading the statement, man. Why I can't read the statement?
Because they wrote some trash.
Okay. Can I at least finish the statement?
Wait. Is this Fox News or where is this source coming from?
It's fake news right here. Is this a credible source? If it's on Facebook, it's got to be real.
It's from Shitty Sports. And I quote, Rodgers had owned the Bears over the years with a 22-5 record against Chicago in multiple plays where he broke fans' hearts. So he's not wrong. But one former Bears player took offense to it. And on Monday, he was asked about the incident and he offered up a response. Do you want to hear his response?
Yes. What did Jesse say?
He said, I like to punch him in the face. I knew that was Jesse.
That was nice.
So, that's pretty much all I got to say. Jesse, 2-1 record because of that loss, while Reggie and I are 3-0. Let's move on to the next game. We got the Cincinnati Bengals on the road, taking on the Detroit Lions. I believe we all went Cincinnati on this one because nobody believes in old Jared Goff, except for Reggie. And turns out they got their ass whooped. Bengals beat the Lions 34-11. So, Jesse, I'm not going to you first. I'm going to the advocate for Jared Goff, which is Reggie Walker. Defend your boy.
Who, Goff?
Yeah, defend Goff.
He got 1,500 yards as of right now. That's not bad. Did you think any less of him so far?
What was his stat line in this game, sir?
You know what? That's
you want to go over, bro?
That's
Did he get
irrelevant.
1,500 yards that game?
That's irrelevant. The thing is, they lost.
We're actually discussing the game that happened, and it's irrelevant.
There was no game that happened. The Lions didn't even fucking show up. Fucking 34-11. What game is there to discuss?
They scored 11. Okay.
Who played?
They played the Bengals.
Yeah.
They got 11. I mean, what's the kicker's name?
Austin
played.
Cyber got a 35-yarder, and Swift scored with 2 minutes left in the game.
He logged some minutes in that game.
Man. Jesse, you can attack because Reggie don't want to.
There's nothing I can say about a 34-11 loss, man. Come on. Come on. That was fucking. I don't know, man. It's terrible.
It was as predicted. We picked the winner.
Yeah.
We knew who was going to lose. We knew who might be productive, and they were productive. DeAndre Swift was productive on the ground and through the air. He got his TD. Jared Goff, he was not great at all. He was around 50%, maybe a little over 50, but he had a turnover. Joe Burrows. Let's talk about Joe. How about that? Let's actually, you know what? I would like to point out that Lamar helped me with this because Reggie made a statement in our last get together and said Joe Mixon likes to hit the hole hard. And he did.
He did.
About 94 yards, 5 yards a carry hard. And it helped them through. Not to mention Joe Burrows threw 3 touchdowns. But, you know.
Could have been 4.
Should have been 4.
Yeah.
It definitely
should have been.
Yeah. It should have been 4. So let me just give me a little extra input on this. Jared Goff, I'd like to formally apologize to you for putting you in this situation by trading you before the season started to the Detroit Lions. You didn't deserve this. You really didn't. And I'm pulling for you to win one game this year, hopefully. Just know that I definitely ain't going to pick you in none of the picks for the rest of the year. But I will be rooting for you just slightly. Just slightly. So, yeah.
Rooting for his failure?
You know, I'm rooting for him, man. Jesse, you're 3-1. Reggie, me and you are unbeaten so far. Let's move on to the next game, in which we got the Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Now, the Texans played good last week.
Crazy.
However, they are going up against a Colts team who is balling out, all thanks to the old Carson Wentz.
Hold on, time out. Did you just put the Indianapolis Colts and balling out in the same sentence?
Yes,
come on, bro.
The old Carson Wentz is balling.
11 or 20 is balling.
Compared to Goff is balling.
Is that the 2017?
What about the 31-3?
It's the Texans, man. It's the Texans. I said that the Texans won.
You know what that looks like to me? That the defense is balling out. Guess who don't play defense? Carson Wentz. Didn't even play it in 2017, did he?
He had 2 touchdowns. So without the defense, he still would have beat them 14-3 based off his touchdown.
I mean, do you have Carson? Is that's the vibe I'm getting? Is you playing Carson right now in your fantasy league or something?
No, I wouldn't.
You want Carson pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, I believe, I want the old Carson Wentz to come back just to.
And you still have yet to see him. You keep talking about it, it's not happening.
I thought I seen him last week.
No.
It wasn't the old Carson last week?
No.
Well, I tried.
No.
T.Y. Hilton came back.
That's a positive.
And he also left.
Man, we got hurt again?
Yes.
What about Jonathan Taylor?
What about Jonathan Taylor? Started off real slow for him.
I'm live.
But he definitely ended up coming through. I think he ended up with 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards.
Yeah, 145, 14 carries.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's stellar.
I love it.
Again, we're talking about a Houston team. Where's their defensive presence? Are they all linked up with Deshaun Watson's masseuse? Maybe that's what they need.
Matter of fact, they need a masseuse after this game. They must have called him on speed dial, like, "Hey, bro, I need that third masseuse over there on the corner that you told me about that one day." I need a full body 2 hour.
Deshaun Watson said, all right, hold up. What's your email? I got you.
The email. Oh, the email. Then he accidentally sent it to John Gruden. All right, moving on. moving on. Let's talk about the records. Jesse 4-1, Reggie 5-0, and I'm 5-0. Can we finally get a loss? Let's talk about this next
Yeah,
game.
you can get it.
Nope, we're not. We got my Rams on the road taking on the New York Football Giants. Everybody picked my Rams, correct? And another 11 game. Somebody scored 11 in this one. It was the Giants. 38-11. Who's worse, Jesse? The Lions or the Giants?
Or the Texans.
Or the Texans?
Out of the three?
Out of the three.
Man. They all suck. I'm going to say the Giants are on top as far as, like, out of those three teams, Giants is in first place. It's a battle for the bottom between the Texans and the Lions. Like, that's probably going to be a tight whose kicker came to play game. But then again, you never know. Actually, man, that's crazy. The Texans are so wishy-washy, man. They're liable to ball 1 week and then the next week, and then the next week, and then the week before that, throw 3 interceptions and go for no touchdowns and throw less than 50%. Man, that's a hard one. I'm gonna say the Giants out of the three is the best team.
Is the best team?
The best team, not the worst team.
Oh, okay.
The best team out of the three.
Okay. Reggie, do you agree with that?
I got Giants being the better of the worst, followed by the Lions and then the Texans.
Yeah, that's probably spot on, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, Lions did lose one of their receivers. Texans ain't got nobody. And the quarterback sucks.
That is true.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true.
I mean, I just can't put Goff being a playoff winning quarterback lower than somebody who we barely even remember from Stanford.
I mean, we're sitting here, we're watching the Lions lose. Now, granted, they got the butts kicked this past week.
Yeah.
But for the last few weeks, they battled in their games and weren't getting like blown out. They were just coming up on the losing side. You know, they have consistently produced a decent running game. If they could have a few more weapons and Goff get a little protection, they might do something in the division, because right now my boys has got 2 rookies, and at the end of the day, they still have to get around Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins. I don't see that happening, but they could win a game.
Multiple games.
Yeah.
Who?
The Lions.
Okay.
They need a few more pieces.
Well, while I got this time, I just want to let you know about this quarterback who used to play for the Lions. Matthew Stafford, 22 28 for 250 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 pick, pretty much because he just launched it before halftime. So
you can
don't make an excuse for him. It's still a pick.
Yeah, it's still a pick. Still a pick. I wonder how many yards Matthew Stafford had thrown for since Reggie wanted to announce that.
It's not. He not. It's not that bad, Lamar. It's not that bad. 1,500 for Jared Goff.
1,800 for Matthew Stafford.
Not that far off. Not that far off.
Fourth in the NFL. He tied for 3rd in touchdowns, and QBR is number 1.
All we got is the total yards, and he's only 300 off.
I'm pretty sure I told you in week 4 that Matthew Stafford was 5.
Yeah, but Reggie believes that Jared Goff is better. So
I only said before the season that Matthew Stafford will have less total yards than Jared Goff.
and he's 300 off. So
300
he's one
off.
game off.
Yeah, basically one game off.
Well, obviously they ain't gonna let him play.
Let
18
Jared
games.
Goff get a red zone threat because right now he just can't score in the red zone, and that's why they keep losing.
Well,
Yep.
Tyrell Williams is coming back, so hopefully that be a help. All right, let's go to the record. Jesse 5-1. Reggie and I are still unbeaten. Let's go to the Chiefs. They faced the football team, and everybody picked the Chiefs except Reggie. Reggie had so much disrespect for the Chiefs. He was going for the football team.
It wasn't so much disrespect. I just honestly, just like everybody else, don't believe in the Chiefs defense. But obviously they had a good game. They held Heineke to nothing really.
Was it a good game or was it what I predicted, Heineke having a bad game?
Pretty much that. Well, it wasn't bad. I mean,
It was
70%.
decently efficient.
Yeah, I mean,
But
you got
no
70 on
yards
your passer
whatsoever.
rating. That's decent. 70 passer rating is decent.
The line was after him, so he was obviously with these numbers, he's having to dink and dunk, check down, getting short yardage gains here. He only got 182 yards, but he was 24 of 39. He threw the ball 39 times.
All right.
And J.D. McKissick was they leading back?
He was. And didn't even get in the end zone. Did
And
not.
they leading reception.
Not one of them got in the end zone.
Who got in the end zone? Oh, Ricky Seals.
Oh, Ricky Seals Jones.
Oh, Ricky
That was a
Seals.
Ricky Seals-Jones sighting.
Oh my goodness. Well, Pat Mahomes, he still do dumb stuff, but he was able to get the win. That's all that matters, I guess.
He did enough to get
had
through this
they
one, but he turned the
capitalized
ball
off
over
of-
twice.
Mm-hmm.
Had they capitalized off of those 2 interceptions, this would have been a completely different game.
True that.
I definitely agree to that. I definitely agree.
True that.
But I can't say too much about the Washington football team. I mean, they just that.
Well, I mean, I pretty much gave your guy not Jamar Chase. Was it Chase? What's his name on defense?
Chase Young.
Chase Young. Yeah. I gave him a lot of credit, but he didn't do as much as I thought he was going to do in this game, and I figured that he could have. Just
We
didn't happen.
ain't seen that cat since week 1.
Right.
Yeah, it's been hit or miss.
He definitely been hit and miss. So Reggie, overall record: Jesse 6-1. Reggie, you 6-1 now since that loss, and I'm 7 straight. If only I would have parlayed that. I would have made some money. Moving on to the next one, we got the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Carolina Panthers. Did we all ride on the Panthers yet again?
Yes, we did.
And they failed us yet again.
You know what? I'm gonna go first this time because I won't. And please let James be looking at this right now.
Get up.
It seems as though the Carolina Panthers can't score more than 28 points. They beat the Saints, who were depleted that week, with 28 points. They lost to the Cowboys with 28 points. And then now this week, they lose again in overtime to the fucking Vikings with 28 points. It seems to me that they can't get more points than 28. And especially with Sam Darnold playing the way he's playing. Not saying he had a bad game, but he had a terrible fucking game. 17 of 41. Why did he get the green light to throw the ball 41 times? I don't know.
They have no running back.
You only they don't have a running back. But 41 attempts as a quarterback, that look like Brady numbers. Let's just be real. Brady got the green light to throw the ball 41 times. Not you, Sam Darnold. Not you. You was not ready. Another person I want to talk about is Robbie Anderson. because I picked him up on one of my fantasies.
I don't know why you did.
I don't know why either.
I dropped him in every league that I got him in. Robbie Anderson is just not his year this year. I think he got a touchdown though.
He did get a touchdown.
But that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
10-yard touchdown.
Three receptions, 11 targets, 11 yards, and 1 touchdown.
One touchdown.
Come on. Yeah, he finna get dropped. Go ahead, Jesse.
I did pick the Panthers because if anybody remembers
with the Dodgers
when I was riding with the Vikings,
congrats to them. We still.
It just seems like I'm every offense is kryptonite. I don't understand that, but they can't do when I pick them. But when I don't pick them, they snap. They absolutely snap. They go 33 for 48 with 373 yards, 3 touchdowns in the quarterback position. They go 29 carries for 140 yards, almost 5 yards a carry, and a touchdown in the running back position. And they put themselves in a position to win a. I hate you, Vikings. I hate you, you inconsistent son of a gun.
You ain't lying. Kirk Cousins.
I hope
he did.
This is trending your way, and you will knock Aaron Rodgers' punk tail off his pedestal.
Oh, they got him.
But I won't pick you.
So what you gonna do? Not pick that game because you gonna actually go to the player that owns y'all?
Say it again.
God damn it. God damn it, Lamar. You know what you mean.
Again, Lamar.
That goes to the records, Lamar. That goes to the records. Jesse's 62. Reggie, you 62. And I finally got a lost thanks to the damn Panthers. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. We got the Baltimore. We got the LA Chargers on the road taking on the Baltimore Ravens. This one was the game of the weekend, even though the results don't look like the game of the weekend because Reggie, I think you're the only person that said go Chargers go. Jesse, you went go Chargers go too?
I did, baby.
So I'm all by myself on Baltimore. Thank God, because the Baltimore Ravens beat the hell out of them 34-6. Shouts out to my moms. Your team won.
Reggie, you want to go first and chop them up?
I meant to say no Chargers, no. Because that's exactly what they like. Oh my God. I've never seen Justin Herbert go out there and have a game the way he did. I thought that this was should be an easy win. Same thing with Tom Brady and the Eagles. Contain the quarterback. Contain Lamar Jackson, and you should have a favorable win. Y'all know how to win. You have Austin Eckler. You have Keenan Allen. You have the new coach. You have Justin Herbert. There's no failure that I see in that team. This team honestly should be undefeated right now, in my opinion. They should be undefeated, just like the Cowboys. Cowboys should be undefeated. I'm nope, not doing that.
You said it.
But they should be.
You said it.
If it wasn't for just the kicker here,
loopy leg, the Greg leg, freaking Zerline dude, God.
Lamar, you miss him, right?
No. We're gay over here. We're gay.
We're gay. All right. You
gay
be
over
gay.
here.
You be gay.
That means happy.
We're gay.
Anybody watching and listening?
We're Matthew Gay over here.
Yeah. We're not doing that. We didn't come
Gay
here.
over here. We got Matt Gay over here. So no, we don't miss him. But he has been coming through for him as of late. But let me just talk about the Baltimore Ravens, man. Unbeaten at home. That's one of the main reasons why I picked them to win this game. And I do trust Lamar Jackson. Now, his numbers did not look good whatsoever.
At all.
However, the control of the game pretty much went their way. First downs, 27-14. Time of possessions, 38-21. They controlled the game.
They did.
They controlled the game.
That's
And
what it
that's
takes
how
to
you
win.
should be able to beat good teams, really great teams. You control the time of possession, and you get them first downs when you're supposed to get them.
How do you control the game?
Running that ball.
You control the rushing game.
Yeah, you run that ball.
187 rushing yards for Baltimore to 26.
26.
Eckler,
Damn it.
pound for pound, got squashed.
Right, I was just about to say, they leading rusher was Herbert with 12.
And he's a pocket passer. That can't be. That cannot be. I mean, he likes to get out. He scrambles. He's got some legs. He's young. But you know, he's not gonna go in his career and continue to be that guy. He's gonna be that pocket passer. He's mobile because he's young.
Might I add, I made a prediction 2 weeks ago that Le'Veon Bell was gonna get a touchdown.
And you were wrong.
I was wrong, but he got one this time.
He didn't
got
get
one
on
this-
the field that prediction.
Yeah, he did. So I should have said when he finally gets on the field, he will get a touchdown. And I actually predicted the carry. I said it was gonna be a 1 yard rush in for a touchdown. I think he ended up getting a 2 yard rush in for a touchdown. So I'm pretty close on that one.
They just trying to teach him the system and boost his confidence.
Well,
They could have handed the ball to me. I'd have scored that touchdown.
Well, it looks like that his confidence is definitely boosted because he is now in the starting. Not the starting rotation, but he on the main roster.
Listen, hey, I want to point something out about Jim Harbaugh. He is not a stupid man. He's got Lamar Jackson.
Unlike his brother.
Okay, that's his quarterback. He could stand in the pocket and he could throw the football right now, like nobody's business. And he can rush the football like nobody's business. He's got three former, underline that number, but all pro running backs in his pocket, in his rotation.
That's
in
the key thing.
Latavius Murray.
Rotation.
Yeah.
Ain't none of them gonna have no massive carries. It's rotation.
That's what you got to do to guys of that age.
Right.
I need you to capitalize on the 8 touches you're going to get this game.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And you give them each 8, and they produce.
I agree.
And then Lamar does the rest.
But it'll be a bounce back for Justin Herbert. This one game ain't gonna be his whole.
Oh no, I have not counted him out.
Yeah,
or that team, or coach.
Definitely can't. All right, 6-3, Jesse. Reggie, you're tied with 6-3. I'm 8-1. It's looking good for me until now. Next game, we got the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Cleveland Browns, in which I believe I'm the only person that picked the Browns to win. Both of y'all wanted the Cardinals to stay unbeaten, and that's what happened. 37-14. So let me go first on this one, since I'm the only person that picked it.
Please.
I got an old saying when it comes to one particular quarterback by the name of B.A.B.B. Bitch ass Big Ben. Now, I'm finna give a new nickname to Baker Mayfield. It's gonna be Baker, may you please get the ass off the field. That's what it's gonna start becoming. Baker, may you please get off the field. Baker, may you please get off the field, because anybody depending on you, you gonna let them down, and that's exactly what you did. 19-28 is not that bad. 234, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Really not that bad. 2 fumbles, which you don't see on the stats, is bad. And them jumping out to a 20-0 lead, barely in the second quarter, is pretty bad.
He ain't got no say in that.
He fumbled twice, and they scored off the fumbles. That's 14 points.
That's true.
Did you see him dislocate his shoulder again?
Yeah.
That was after they got their ass whooped.
Oh,
Right.
after.
And
Was it after though? Was it after? Because I saw it
actually
early.
thought you were gonna come back even with a
No,
good show.
I saw it early. Trust me, I've dealt with it. I've dislocated it. I've seen the signs of it. Once you dislocate it, it's easy to pop out and pop back in. He wasn't killing nobody. And I'm not trying to make an excuse for him because I ain't got a dog in this race. But it was like he was hurt early.
Yeah, his pride was hurt too because they attacked him viciously. And Odell, you can't catch work for damn. You didn't help him out work for damn, Odell.
I feel like Odell gonna fizzle out. He gonna fizzle out because he can't get on the same page with his quarterback.
That's why he needs
I
to
don't
trade.
understand it.
They
Like
need to trade.
this is the guy that's gonna get you paid. He's got to put the ball up for you to go get.
That's why they need to trade him. They need to trade him.
Reggie, you the Browns fan.
Right, you the closet Brown fan. Defend
I
your
didn't
boy,
say
man.
that closet
Will you
word,
please get off the field.
First of all, I picked the Cardinals. Second of
I
You
just
like the
want to
Browns.
go to bat for him.
You like the Browns.
I didn't like them this week. I knew who they were playing.
Not in this matchup.
Yeah, I can understand, man.
Look, man, the only thing I can say is that I had too much faith in Kareem Hunt because I played him over McKissick, and he ended up leaving the game and ended up on IR.
Ooh,
So that cost me a lot.
he's been balled out too.
Yeah, I know. He ended up with like 20 on fantasy, and Hunt didn't do shit. So, but flip side is I did have Hopkins in, who got me 2 touchdowns. Did not target him much at all, which I was surprised about.
He like AJ Green.
Yeah, he liked AJ Green and the other guy who I surprisingly did pick up, Christian Kirk.
Oh yeah, I like her.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got, man. I didn't see the Browns winning this game. I thought it was gonna be all Cardinals, just like it was all Cardinals against the Rams, and it pretty much came out to be the same.
They beat everybody. They unbeat.
They beat y'all the same way they beat the Browns.
They actually beat us worse, but
Y'all scored more.
yeah, we scored more, but they beat us worse. I'm gonna be honest with you. It felt like they beat us worse.
It definitely seemed like it was a rape out there.
I wouldn't say rape.
It was definitely
Unwanted penetration. How about that?
Is that politically correct? It doesn't sound so violent.
You're right. Unwanted
It was a
penetration.
it was a pretty rape.
All right,
That's what they call it in England. We in America.
7-3. Reggie, you tied with him with 7-3, and I'm slowly dropping. 8-2. Let's move on to the next game. We got the Las Vegas Raiders.
The Raiders.
The Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. Brian's Denver Broncos. Shout out to you, Brian. And we all picked the Broncos, right? Except for Jesse.
No.
Jesse picked the Raiders.
Except for me.
What do you mean, except for you? I picked the Broncos too.
Oh.
Yeah, Jesse, the only person picked the Raiders, and he got it right. Raiders.
I
won.
rode with the Raiders. I tried to preach to y'all last week that these boys were not going to be fazed by this BS going on by John Gruden.
You did.
The special teams coach that came in and took the helm was really the glue that held the team together anyway. When you think about it, as a special teams coach, you're dealing with everybody. You're not just dealing with offense group. You're not just dealing with defense group. You're dealing with all the athletes and all the guys to put special teams together, and the great communicator in the building. I think the Raiders did a great job in that notion, in putting the right guy in the right spot. He's been in the league 16 years. I feel like he earned that. And I'm glad these guys went out and played for him and got him a W. on his first head coach debut.
Yeah.
Now,
The only thing that I'm gonna say is something that Jesse, you didn't bring up, but you brought up when we was making these predictions, and I'd like to formally apologize because I mentioned everybody except for Henry Ruggs. Ruggs was 3 of 4 for 97 yards and a touchdown.
He's a deep ball player.
That's true, but I singled out Waller being the only person on the team.
you did.
He is still the only person on the team.
Obviously not.
He is not the only person on the team with Derek Carr at the helm. You have Hunter Renfrow. You got Waller. You got Ruggs. If they get this cat some weapons, I promise you, Derek Carr can ball.
Yeah, he can. He can. I've been seeing that Derek Carr was that. Now I ain't gonna say that dude, but he's becoming of himself. Him and Gruden had the biggest fucking quarterback head coach spat that we've seen in a long time.
You just didn't believe in him.
They didn't G-Haul, and I feel like the reason why already came to fruition. They had different views in life.
Yep.
I see Derek Carr and he talked about it in his press conference that, you know, the sort of things that Gruden was reported to have said didn't stand with him. He didn't stand behind them. He didn't teach his kids to be that way, sort of thing. And I don't care who you are. If you're here and they're here, it's hard to get here and win football games.
That is true. But since y'all didn't want to bring it up, let me do it. Teddy Bridgewater, you trash. You had 3 touchdowns, but you also had 3 interceptions.
Did I not try to tell you that he looked better sitting on my bench than he did?
Because all these yards came towards the end, man, when they had to try to come back. So
they got dominated the entire time.
Yeah, he got dominated early. 3 picks. Teddy, you out there channeling your inner Drew Lock. That's the way it looked. You channeled your inner Drew Lock. And Drew Lock could put up numbers just like that.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think Drew Lock hits 334.
Okay.
In that situation,
he might not have.
He probably don't throw 3 picks because he's gonna get sacked a couple more times. He couldn't get it all.
He got sacked 5 times. So you think he gonna get 7 sacks?
A couple more.
He gonna get sacked 7 times? Damn.
If you don't think for a second that Drew Lock is less mobile than Teddy,
he is.
I don't know what we're talking
2
about.
more extra sacks.
Yeah,
at least 2. At least
yeah,
2.
at least. Yeah, you're right, Jess. Jess, you're right.
7 sacks.
Drew Lock is
prone
to
get
get
how many they got on Teddy? So
Yeah,
they was on him all day.
They got 5.
Drew Lock is prone to get sacked 8 to 10 times a game.
They
Straight up.
They probed Teddy. They probed him.
They probed him?
They probed Teddy. They probed Teddy. It was an alien invasion, and they probed Teddy.
Move on, man. God damn.
You're 8-3. Reggie, you 1 behind 7-4. And then I am 8-3. So we're tied, Jesse. Let's move on to the next game. We got the New England Patriots taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And I believe the Patriots are at home. Yes, they are. And we all went with the Cowboys, right?
I know. Y'all know I did.
Lost because Cowboys won. In overtime.
I didn't want to. You know I didn't.
Yeah. All right.
It hurt you. I know it did. I watched the expression on your face when you was like, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
Yeah, I hate to say it, man. They look good. This game wasn't as good.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Mark Cooper didn't shine until late.
It was more about a CD land.
Yeah.
CD, baby. I
Who I
want
got?
to throw a stat line out to you, and that's where I'm going to leave it. 36 of 51. Kind of okay. Better than 50. 445 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. The interception I seen, it was a mistake
It was.
on the receiver's part. They called one thing, he ran something else. And it was communicated after the fact.
445.
Dak Prescott, baby.
445 yards.
445 yards.
Reggie, that looks like a top 10 quarterback.
As of now, yeah.
Okay.
Hate all y'all want to. He's in mine.
I will. I will continue to hate.
Okay. Yeah, of course you're gonna continue to hate because that's how you're gonna.
36 of 51 is terrible.
That's right. That's right. Stick to that. Stick to that 36-51. Stick to. Hold on. How many
I
times?
don't know about terrible.
Did he get
We've
pro?
seen some terrible.
He didn't get
up
sacked.
to this
He
point.
didn't get sacked the whole game.
This
Oh my.
wasn't great.
No sacks.
No sacks.
But in anybody else's mind, in any other quarterback in this league, if Aaron Rodgers would have went 36 or 51, what would you say?
I'd say the same thing if the rest of the stat line was the same.
It was a decent game.
And I would also end the note in you don't own the Bears. But I recognize good. Now, like I said, the completion percentage was not just great. But 445 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. And I saw the interception and how it happened. It looks the same on the stat line regardless of how you see it. But if you actually seen the game and how the interception happened, it wasn't supposed to.
No, it was completely on the receiver. I agree.
Yeah, it was. All right, Jesse, 9-3. Reggie, 8-4, 1 game behind. And I'm 9-3 with you. Sunday night football. Let's get to it. We had the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Seattle Seahawks, in which me and Jesse, the only ones that picked.
BABB, baby.
We picked the Steelers. Reggie, what are you doing?
No, I had an ash on me.
No, I'm talking about why you picked the Seahawks. Because they lost in overtime.
In overtime. In overtime. It took bitch ass Big Ben. Your words.
Hey, we need a hashtag bitch ass Big Ben.
To win in overtime. I told you the jawbreaker was gonna come out there and show you something, and he did.
Jawbreaker did. He did good.
He took that veteran to overtime.
Yeah, bitch ass Big Ben. He did take bitch ass Big Ben to overtime.
I'm looking at it. Geno Smith's line looks a lot like week 1 or what was that, week 3 or week 4? The same as Jacoby Brissett. Manageable, no mistakes. Problem is they didn't have a running game. He went 23 of 32 for 209 yards and a touchdown. He managed the game. That's Geno, jawbreaker, y'all calling him Geno. He managed the game well.
He did.
He did that. Problem is they ain't got no rushing. Alex Collins did rush for 100 yards and a touchdown on 20 carries, but they don't have a defense at all for
they had a defense in years.
You definitely ain't got a defense if you allow bitch ass Big Ben to snap on you. And he didn't really snap.
I would say, like, where's the snap?
He didn't. Najee Harris took control.
That's the snap.
You just wanted Najee Harris to finally have a game for you, and he did.
That's 2 in a row. That's 2 in a row, Reggie.
That's 2 in a row, Najee Harris.
But you know what Najee didn't do?
What?
Najee didn't score a touchdown.
He did receiving.
You know who did? Eric Ebron.
Ain't nobody studying Eric Ebron.
Nobody.
They got it in overtime, all thanks to old
Eric
ass
Ebron can go back to Ole Miss and be a coach. That's what he can do.
All because of old ass Boswell getting that 37-yard after the fumble. So yeah, that's how it happened. That's how it happened. All right, so I can't say too much about bitch ass Big Ben.
He didn't turn the ball over.
He didn't, but that man can't throw worth a damn. He really can't.
But he didn't turn the ball over.
He did not.
Still can't throw worth a damn. All right, so after that, let's go to the recap. Jesse, 10-3, 10 wins. Reggie, 8-5. And I'm tied with 10 wins, also 10-3. Last but not least, Monday Night Football. We got the Buffalo Bills taking on the Tennessee Titans. And we all believed in the Bills. Too bad they didn't win the game. Went for it on fourth down. Did not get it. Tennessee Titans defensive stop. Never thought I could say those words put together this season, but I did. Bills lost 34-31. What happened?
Terrible.
What happened?
Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Is all I can say
Definitely
about
terrible.
the Bills' defense. Period.
They let Ryan Tannehill and your boy Derrick Henry just.
Now, I'm kind of torn in my terrible. Just because, hey, look, Ryan Tannehill is a legit quarterback. He's been a legit quarterback, but he got some weapons back, and actually they didn't really just perform. I just think they gave him the confidence enough to do enough.
Right.
Derrick Henry does Derrick Henry things. He's been doing Derrick Henry things all year.
Mm-hmm.
You know who was terrible? The Bills' defense.
And that's shocking because they
I was blown away.
They done shut out two teams already this year.
Yep.
I was absolutely blown away by that. Josh Allen was good. Josh Allen did Josh Allen. He did have a turnover, but he didn't get that. He didn't get that last push. He lost his footing and didn't get that last push in.
Mm-hmm.
And the coach put it in his hands. Let him have it. Take it. Instead of just kicking a field goal and making Ryan Tannehill beat you, you went for it and you lost.
Yep. That sucks because now that puts Tennessee 4-2, which is shocking.
Absolutely. Reggie.
I don't know, man. Shout out to that Alabama man, Derrick Henry, though, man.
Oh, my goodness. That's all we talking about Alabama.
3 touchdowns, man. I mean, come on. You got to shout him out. You got to give him his credit, man. 3 touchdowns. Let's be real. If we're talking fantasy, we're looking at Derrick Henry to average between 100 and 150 yards and possibly 2 touchdowns. The man had 143 with 3 touchdowns. That's good.
That is good.
I will take that from him. As you know, I got him on my fantasy. I take that all day, every day from him. That is a decent, better than decent performance. Nothing else I can say about it. They ended up getting the ball first in overtime, didn't capitalize, and then you gave the ball to a veteran, Ben, not bitch ass Big Ben, but Ben.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not Ben. Tannehill.
Yeah, right.
And he came down the field. There's nothing you can say about that.
Really ain't.
I'm gonna poke a hole. You ain't gonna like it. Derrick Henry is a man child. That has been said week in and week out. He is. He's an absolute monster. I don't take that away. 2 of his touchdowns came within 5 yards. So fantasy-wise, yes, that is a hit. But in real life,
that 76-yarder.
that's one. That's one. Yes, he got
he
the
only
one.
averaged 3.6
He got
yards.
the one.
So they
That
actually
was
held him
legit.
things
That
up.
was real deal Holyfield stuff.
Yeah.
The other 2 touchdowns came within 5 yards of the goal line. Not that he didn't help get them there, but I'm
Right.
just saying it's hard to compare fantasy to real life when you're seeing it.
Yeah, that's true.
He did have a very productive game. He overshot me by about 40 yards. I was predicting him to be around 100, maybe 120, and have a touchdown or 2. But he did overshoot me. And of course, the Bills underperformed. Got beat.
That.
They definitely did that. All right, so that's the last game. So let's go to the tallies. Jesse ended 10-4. That's good. I tied with you with 10-4, and Reggie 8-6. So, Reggie, you are the loser of this week. So, Reggie, I want you to explain yourself. Why were you 8-6? And why was we so good being 10-4?
First of all, I'm gonna start with the Panthers. You know what? I'm not even gonna start with the Panthers because I think I've already shitted on them enough. I can't say nothing about the Falcons. They had a bye week.
You better fuck the Chargers up.
Huh?
You better get on the Chargers real hard.
Yeah. That's where I was heading. Chargers. I need a better performance out of you from now on. That was not the game that I have seen y'all play last year, this year, year before last, when Justin Herbert first got his first start. I have not seen a performance out of him this bad. It was like he couldn't do anything. And I can't just say that the Ravens defense is just that damn good. He just did not perform the way he was supposed to perform. I'm not sure what's going on in his mind. Maybe he didn't get no pussy this weekend. I don't know. But I will say that he has to do better.
It will, man.
Another one. Let's go to the Broncos. I think I had a little bit too much faith in the Broncos. I knew Teddy Two Gloves was coming back. Figured that he would probably show why he's the starting quarterback of their organization. Didn't. Time ran out. He didn't do enough to begin the game and finish the game. Without that being said, Seahawks. Yeah, we already touched on that. Seahawks. They weren't supposed to lose that game. Y'all squeaked that one out of me. Whatever. I'll let y'all have that win. Who else we got? Oh yeah, we talked about the Bills. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Did we talk about Washington?
Give me a second, because that makes what 4 or 5. That makes 5. It was one more I lost. I lost 6.
Yeah, you did lose 6.
See, Panthers, Chargers, Broncos, Seahawks, football team. What was the other one I lost?
Bills. Still up there.
Okay, yeah, I talked about the Bills. Yeah, we ain't gotta worry about that. Yeah, we all lost that one. So yeah, moving on to the Washington football team. The Washington football team, which I mentioned earlier, I thought had a little bit more defense, because if you can stop someone from scoring, then you obviously can win the game with a little bit of offense. Heineke didn't get no Heineken before the game. That's what happened. His numbers weren't bad, but they weren't last week's numbers. They weren't the week before numbers. And as of right now, I'm not sure how healthy Fitzpatrick is as far as returning, but I think they're looking forward that Heineke is that guy that's going to be on the team, the starting quarterback. He has got to do better. And for me, I think that the defense for Washington has to improve. I don't feel like Chase Young has been what we thought he was. Like we already talked about, we haven't seen him since week 1. We need him as the captain of that defense to take over, take charge, see what's happening on the offensive side of the ball, and capitalize on it. That's the only way you're gonna win games, especially in that division. That him being a linebacker, he has to control that defense. He has to find a way to shut down Dak. He has got to find a way to stop Jalen Hurts. There's nothing really I can say about the Giants because the Giants are at the bottom of the poll, which we touched on as being the worst out of the Giants, Lions, and Texans. So, I mean, in that division, he got to step it up. You're going to need defense in this league to survive. And that's in any team, not just this team, any team. But so yeah, shout out to the Chiefs for actually, coming through and winning the game as they were supposed to, as how we all hoped that they was going to be at the beginning of the season. So yeah, I fucked up. That's gonna be my I'm getting it on the shirt too.
You fucked up?
Yeah, it's gonna be 17 U's. I fucked up.
Bet. We need that. We need that. We need that going. All right, you explained yourself. Me and Jesse tied, so we don't really have to say anything.
I'm not a bragger.
Nah.
To be honest, when we put these rules into effect,
did I take up
I
my?
wanted to ride in the middle and just enjoy the show.
Just want to enjoy the show.
It's not going to affect my picks though. But just so everybody's clear, I'm not going to pick against the Bears.
And you're willing to take that L every week from now on?
Every week.
Hey,
so be it.
As long
and
as
I'll argue it every week.
As long as you ain't got to deal with your owner, then you good. So, yeah. All right. On that note, we can take off. We are done with this. We going to week 7. Reggie, your team is coming back from a bye. Jesse, I think your team's still playing. My team is still playing too. Yeah. We get to make predictions on our teams next.
Ain't no rest for the wicked.
In 2 more days. So on Thursday, we will be back. If anybody wants to join, you can easily come join. Hit me up in the DMs, leave a message, or comment on here and let me know. Because you can also be a part of this. I'm doing this for everybody who wants to do it, pretty much.
Early predictions for Thursday. Saints in Seattle. What you got?
Jawbreaker.
I don't doubt
I heard Jawbreaker.
Seattle defense against Jawbreaker and no running backs.
Okay, how about this? I know this is gonna be bold for y'all to make. I mean, this is gonna be a tough game for y'all to predict. The Rams at home against the Detroit Lions. Who you got?
Cut it off right now.
Jared Goff, I'm coming.
Hey, Lamar.
I'm coming.
That's a trap game.
Yes.
That's a trap game.
Thank you.
Goff
I'm so
will
glad
come
you did
to SoFi and slap you.
I'm so glad you said that. So, before we end, we got to give our one statement before we leave. Reggie, you get to go first. Your send-off. What's your send-off?
Oh, I don't have a send. I didn't
Make one right now on the fly.
All right, on the fly.
You lost. All right, now, Jesse, what's your send-off?
love one another, and enjoy football.
And my send off was me shutting Reggie off right then and there. Let's bring it back. All right. we go.
Hey, that's number one. You number one, Lamar.
We give our salute like always. We'll see y'all. We'll see y'all on Thursday. All right, we out, man.